Welcome to my views on news. An important development has happened in the past few hours. Ethiopian National Security Advisor spoke about implementation of peace agreement, especially about delivery of aid, about humanitarian access to Tigray. He made some claims, and Getachew, in a text message sent to an international news outlet, countered the claims of Redwan Hussein. Tigray presidential spokesperson seems to be rejecting what is being claimed by Redwan Hussein, Ethiopian National Security Advisor. First signs of different positions taken regarding the ongoing implementation of peace agreement. Firstly, what did Redwan Hussein say in his message a few hours ago, and then what did Getachew say? Redwan said, first point, 70% of Tigray is under Ethiopian National Defense Force. If you ask me, if Western Tigray is part of Tigray, then you can say, even then, not 70% of Tigray is under ENDF control. Though Ethiopian government considers Volkait, Humera, Sagade as disputed territory, without Western Tigray, I don't think 70% of Tigray is under ENDF control. I think it would be around 30-40% at maximum. Don't know from where Redwan Hussein got this number. Secondly, he said aid is flowing into Tigray like never before. Aid delivery to Tigray accelerated. Flights resumed. Services reconnected. And no hindrance whatsoever to delivery of aid to Tigray. Flights allowed. And then he talked about some corners. There are some unhappy corners who are not happy with the fact that African wisdoms have brought peace in Ethiopia. They're trying to sabotage, to spoil the deal, the peace. Now, sorry, he talked about numbers as well. He said that in Shire, 35 food trucks, 3 medicine trucks had arrived. Question is, what Redwan said, is it true? What is Tigray government's position? What is the position of aid agencies? Getachew, after Redwan's tweet, talked to an international news outlet. He sent a text message. He said, Redwan is plucking facts out of thin air. So he did not say, Getachew did not say that Redwan was lying. He said he was not sharing factual information. Have any flights landed in Tigray in the last 24 hours? We have not received any confirmation so far. Have you heard from WFP, ICRC, WHO? We have not heard from any aid agency that their flights have landed in Tigray. Services restored in Tigray? We don't know. Telephone lines still cut off. Internet cut off. Banking cut off. Yes, in areas like Koram, Alamata, electricity has been restored. But no telecom services have been restored in areas under TDF control, Tigray control. Redwan further claimed that aid was flowing into those areas as well which are under the control of Tigray People Liberation Front. Yesterday, Ethiopian Communication Ministry said that aid was being distributed in Shire, Shiraro, Edi Hagre, Edi Nabrid, Koram, Alamata. The ministry did not share details. Is this a new delivery of aid to Tigray? Or the delivery is already lying in Tigray, pending distribution or being distributed? What we have learned is that no new aid delivery, considerable aid delivery to Tigray has been reported so far by any aid organization. Some convoys might be on their way, but we are not aware of any large-scale new delivery of aid to Tigray. Today, Makele Hospital's chief spoke. He said there was dire shortage of insulin and other basic items of use at hospital. And Redwan says that aid is flowing into Tigray like never before and no obstruction whatsoever. Obviously, he is exaggerating. Aid workers are not confirming what is being said by Redwan Hussein. No aid organization has confirmed that aid delivery to Tigray has been accelerated. Why is Redwan sharing this information which could not be verified by aid organization, by international media, by Tigray regional government? Because Ethiopian government is being put under pressure by mediators, by international media, by international organizations. They say that around 10 days ago, a peace agreement was signed. So far, no considerable improvement in the delivery of aid to Tigray. That is why Redwan Hussein now has come up with these claims which are being rejected by Tigray regional government, though no official statement from Tigray regional government so far. But Getachew's text message to international news outlet must be taken as official position of Tigray regional government. Secondly, Redwan spoke about spoilers. There are some who want to spoil this peace. And those who want to spoil this peace are the ones who are not happy with African wisdoms. It means he is pointing his finger towards non-African parties, non-African players, non-African elements which have been trying to resolve this conflict. Who are the non-African corners which are not happy with this deal, which want to spoil this deal? Obviously, he is pointing his finger towards the EU. Maybe the US as well, but mainly EU, because 2 days ago at a meeting of EU ministers, an EU minister spoke and he said that delivery of aid to Tigray was not improving, that EU should ensure accountability for alleged genocide committed of Tigrayans in Tigray. So EU is keeping its pressure upon Ethiopian federal government, though EU announced 31.5 million euro aid for Ethiopian government yesterday through UNICEF. The aid will be spent not through Ethiopian government, but through UNICEF, and the aid will be spent on health institutions, on improvement of health infrastructure in Ethiopia. EU is definitely scaling up aid for Ethiopia, but humanitarian aid through aid agencies, not direct budgetary support, which is still suspended. I think Redwan implicitly accused EU that EU was not happy with the peace. It was trying to spoil the peace created by the peace agreement signed more than 10 days ago. So far, no considerable improvement in the delivery of aid to Tigray. Yes, some convoys might be on their way. Some flights might be arriving in Tigray in coming hours, but we have not been able to confirm any considerable improvement. That is why we can say that government should be careful. Federal government. Facts are facts. You cannot hide facts by exaggerating things, because international media, international community is monitoring this peace agreement, monitoring the implementation of the peace agreement. The day humanitarian situation in Tigray improves, Redwan Hussein will not need to make these claims. Everyone will see if there is improvement. Take a listen to what an EU minister said 2 days ago about delivery of aid to Tigray after the peace agreement signed around 10 days ago. Thanks for watching.
President, I want to address the issue of the recently announced peace deal in northern Ethiopia. While it was announced 7 days ago, there's still no humanitarian access to Tigray. The question I want to raise is impunity. Many experts have given evidence that genocide has taken place in Tigray. Crimes committed by the Ethiopian National Defence Forces amount to genocide, an attempt to destroy the Tigrayan ethnicity. Of course, there has been violence on all sides, but only the charge of genocide is laid at the door of the Ethiopian state. Genocide is a crime of universal jurisdiction, so that any member state has the capacity to investigate, but I'm not filled with hope